Now, watch this. And they owe it to them. Now, I've always found it interesting, the tension between the idea in giving that it's an obligation. It's something we owe. It's something we ought to do. But we're supposed to want to do it, not do it because we have to do it, but we're supposed to do it because we want to do it, not because we have to do it. So sometimes I ask it this way. Do we give because we have to or because we want to? Do we obey God? Think of it more broadly. Do we obey God because we have to or because we want to? Which is it? Exactly, right. It is both. So he says, but they were happy to do it. They were pleased to do it. So it makes me think of those texts I just mentioned in 2 Corinthians 8. And in fact, I've got the one in 2 Corinthians 9. What do you think of here, this idea of wanting to give, right? When he's talking about, he's encouraging the church at Corinth, I'm coming back to you. Give, put into this collection so when I get there, the money will be there and I can bring it to these needy saints. And he's saying, but I want it to be a willing gift. So he wants it to be willing, something that they want to do, yet he's commanding them to do it. But then he says, but don't do it reluctantly. Look at verse 7. Each one must give as he's decided in his heart. So God doesn't dictate a dollar amount, a certain percentage, right? But it's according to how we've been prospered and as we determine in our hearts. But he says not reluctantly and not merely out of a sense of duty, not just, there it is right there, what I was talking about. Not simply out of compulsion, because God loves a willing, a happy, a cheerful giver, because we want to do it. So I think it's a part of the maturity process where a lot of things we do at first initially because we feel a conscientious sense of obligation. We have to do it. We know we're supposed to do it. But we should grow to where we want to do it. We're perhaps at first some people even obey the gospel because they're afraid of going to hell. And they're not thinking so much about pleasing God and honoring the Lord and glorifying Him. But we come to want to please God and to delight in Him and desire Him to delight in us. So to me, it's sort of like when you can't make somebody want to do something, right? Or you can't compel desire, can you? But you can encourage its cultivation. So sort of like when you tell your kids, I remember saying things like this to the kids. My daughter's here right now, and Jessica and Jacob are here, and kind of jokingly saying, and I remember hearing things like this as a kid, I don't want to eat my peas. You'll eat your peas and like it. Okay, well, can you guys make your kids eat something? You can make them eat it. Can you make them like it? Can you make them like it? You almost say that like you're just chastising them, of course, not being serious. But think about how they were pleased to do it. I can't help but think of that when I see that particular text.